We've been asked a number of times whether we've made any progress on our RV property in Oregon since we left there for the winter and headed to Arizona. Well, the answer is yes, but before we show you that progress, I thought we'd do a real quick lead in for those of you that just happened across this video to give you an idea of what's been going on. So Diane and I have been full-time RVers now for over 11 years, true full-time RVers with no home base whatsoever, and that's been working real well for us, luckily. But in 2023, we had some issues pop up, some health issues that got us thinking that maybe we should have a chunk of land or some place to fall back on for those oh shit moments. And we bought a chunk of land in Oregon. Now, in case you haven't seen those videos or know what all's been going on with us, I'm going to put a couple links right up here in the screen here that you can click on. It'll give you an idea of some of the health issues we had, and it'll give you a little lead in to the RV property we picked up in Oregon to get you caught up. So now that we have that all taken care of, let's just kind of move forward. We're going to show you some pictures we've been sent by the contractor. Let's just start right here at the front. So here you can see that we've taken out the garage door. You can see it leaning up against the building on the right hand side. You can see they're prepping, getting ready for the French door to be put in, which we'll show you in just a few minutes. But for now, let's move on to the next picture. All right, so in this picture, you'll notice that the back door has been taken out. You'll notice that a bunch of sheetrock's been taken off on the back walls there so that we can start doing some more electrical work and start doing some plumbing. And you'll also notice that the bathroom has started to be framed in. If you look through those studs, you'll see some dirt on the floor, and we'll show you what's going on there. All right, so in this picture, you'll see that they have chiseled out a couple holes in the concrete floor, and they piled up the dirt right there in the middle. And that's where the plumbing will come up for the toilet and the shower. The hole on the upper part of the photo here is where the toilet will sit, and then where the hole is here toward the bottom of the picture, that's where the shower will come up. And then this is just another shot of those two holes we showed you just a second ago. All right, then in this picture you'll see where the drain for the toilet has come up through the ground there. You'll notice all the PEX lines being ran for the hot and cold water. On that back wall there is actually where the water heater will sit. We're going to put a little shed out back for the water heater. And then you'll see some of the drainage lines in place as well. Then in this picture you'll see where the drain is coming up through the ground there, where the shower will sit. And then you'll see some electrical coming down through that framed-in wall for the bathroom. And then off the right-hand side of the picture, where you see the hot and cold stubbed out through there and the drain, that's where we will have a small 24-inch vanity sitting. All right, so in this picture, you're looking from I'm going to call it the living room area of the casita, toward the wall of the bathroom. You can see that the shower has actually been installed, and you can just see the plumbing going through the walls there. And this is just another angle showing that same wall. But in this one, you can see the other framed-in wall for the bathroom, and you can see where the bathroom door will be. And then on the back wall, where the exit door used to be, you can see that there's been some plumbing and some electrical work done back in there. In fact, that little box you see in the wall is where the little sink we're going to put in. It's actually going to be a small bar sink. That's where that will be. And then in this picture, mainly you can see where the vanity will be sitting, and then you can tell that the shower has been installed. And on the right-hand wall there is where the light switches will be for the bathroom. There's going to be 4 can lights inside the bathroom, and then of course a bathroom fan. Actually, it's a through-the-wall bathroom fan. And there you go. You can see the neo-angle shower stall put in. That's a 36-inch neo-angle shower stall. And then we'll put a frosted glass door on that when it comes time. And then you can see the toilet flange in place to the left-hand side there. And I guess if you look, you can see where on the right-hand side of that shower, they poke through, and that's where the shower control will be. All right, in this picture, use your imagination a little bit. So this is where the small little kitchen is going to be. So if you'll notice the electrical box to the left-hand side there of that picture, that is where a small under-counter refrigerator will sit. And then the plug-in off to the right there a little bit, that's going to be the plug-in for a 110 induction cooktop. And then farther off to the right, probably just to the right of where that blue tarp is, you can see there's going to be a small bar sink there. That's all that was required to get by the county, so that's all we're going to do. And then there'll be a nice, we're just going to do a simple Formica countertop over that section, and that's going to be our little cooking area. All right, so in a previous video we mentioned that this was originally set up as a shop, so all the receptacles were up pretty high. And we wanted to lower all the receptacles down to what you'd normally find in a house. So all this picture is really doing is showing that the receptacle was taken out from above and it was lowered down to a lower position. That's really all this picture was showing. So now if we jump outside, this is actually at the back of the casita. And this just shows there's a post off there you can see in the distance. That's where the original electrical came in for the property, for the garage. So we are trenching and bringing in the electrical to a box on the back of the casita to clean things up a little bit. And then that power pole will be gone, actually. So that's what we're showing here. And also using those trenches to run some water lines. And in a little bit we'll show you, but this is actually going to be a sidewalk back here. Then this picture was showing the new power panel. So you can see there's a meter base and an electrical panel. And then above this, it's not in there quite yet in this picture, but above this is the new mast. And then the power for the property is now going to come in and just go right into this box. So a lot cleaner than what it was before. So if you remember in a previous video, we had to put in a brand new line from the septic up to the casita so we could do the plumbing. And at the top of this picture, you'll see where we stubbed out there for the drain. Now, our intention was to notch out the existing concrete sidewalk there and then just dig down and lay our pipe in there and then just patch that concrete. But in a minute, I'll show you what happened. It didn't turn out as we expected. And actually, it was probably a dumb idea to begin with. So we spent time, we rented a concrete saw, and we cut all that out. And then only to find out that we had some breakage down the road. So this was a stupid idea, but hey, that's what we did, and live and learn, right? All right, here's what I'm talking about, the breakage. So we had that all notched out, and then one day after some rain and some freezing weather and whatever else, a few days later the contractor went back out and saw that tip broken off that piece of concrete. So gave me a call, we got thinking about it and realized it was really a stupid idea to begin with. So now what we decided to do is just take that whole section of concrete out, and when we pour the sidewalk on the other two sides, we're just going to turn the corner and put new concrete here and do what we should have done to begin with, obviously. So all this picture's showing is we're starting to do some preparation, getting ready to put the sidewalks in. Then after all the form work was done and the rebar is set in place, they called in for a concrete, and you can see they're starting to pour the sidewalks in this picture. Oh, and I guess this is a sneak peek at the French doors in place as well in this picture. And just another shot of them doing the concrete work. They're starting to pour right there. Okay, this is looking at the casita from the back side of the casita. Where that guy's working down there on his knees, that's actually the piece that we showed you a minute ago that was broken, that we decided to take out and do it the right way. So, and then behind him where you see that gravel, that's actually where we will park our RV. And then when visitors come, they will actually park back behind where the camera position is here. Then in this picture on the other side of the sidewalk is actually where that concrete truck was parked when he had his chute out there. This just shows that section of concrete once it was poured and all done up. And this gives you a pretty good idea what the French doors look like on the front. We didn't want to have a whole lot of glass so that when we're not in the area, we had better security. Then on either side of the French doors, you'll notice the boxes. We're going to have coach lamps there. And then where the house wrap is down below, that's actually going to be lap siding, which we'll show you here in just a minute. All right, so this is the back of the casita, and it's kind of a cluster right now, so let me try and talk you through it. So to begin with, you can see that the concrete's been poured. On the right-hand side of the casita back there, you can see where the electrical panel is. You'll notice that the mast has been installed now. You can see the weatherhead up above. You will see that where the rear door was, you can see that it's filled in now with T111. And then to the left-hand side of the casita, you'll see a little structure. So inside that structure, once it's completed, will be where the water heater sits. And then, of course, there'll be roofing on top of it, and there'll be a door off to the side that we have access to the water heater. Now, when the plumber came out originally, if you look above that structure, you'll see two pipes coming out. Well, he thought we was going to do a tall water heater. We already had a short water heater purchased. So actually at the time of this video, he's already came out and lowered those pipes down to fit inside that shed. And then that'll be filled in and covered. And there's actually wires coming out in the wrong spot too, and those will be lowered down as well because it is an electric water heater. So that's the cluster back there right now. But once it all gets painted and the lap siding gets put in back there, it'll look fine. But just at the time of this picture, it just wasn't looking real good. All right, so now we've flopped back up to the front of the casita, and you can see the French doors in place. If you look above the French doors, we decided to do a real small roof out there, a little eyebrow over that door, because when it rains, the rain was coming right down on top of that door, and we kind of want to deflect that rain a little bit. So you can see where it's just now being framed in, and then that will be black roofing right there. Okay, in this picture we're flipping back to the back side of the casita. What really stands out here is that we've started the lap siding, which is going to go all the way around the casita. And you also see that the water heater shed is pretty much complete. You'll see the lap siding on the back side and then the T111 on the right hand side there. So that T111 section is actually a removable panel, so we have access to the water heater. But that looks a lot different, huh, with that lap siding going on. Just another angle of the shed. This is more toward from the front and the side. It shows the French doors. You see the sidewalk there, the lap siding, and in this picture you see where that eyebrow over the doors is a little bit more complete. Actually, at that stage, it just pretty much needs black roofing. So now we're at the back of the casita again, and this isn't a very good picture, but it is a good example of how we're changing some of the electrical. So if you'll notice at the top of the picture, see that drooping wire? That was the original electricity for this property that went over to that pole and then went down to that old panel I was talking about. And to the right-hand side of that wire, when it goes up into that tree, it was actually basically just stapled to the tree. So it was really, back in the day where there were no codes, and so that wire will all be gone, and then the new wires will run in right to the top of that weatherhead you see above the new panel. So it'll be a lot cleaner and a lot safer and more up to code of today's code anyway. All right, now another shot, kind of an angle shot of the front and side. You see the French doors, you'll see the lap siding done. You'll notice the eyebrow is pretty much completed now. It's just waiting for some black roofing. Above that eyebrow, we're going to change out that drip edge up there, so that'll be a lot cleaner. And then on the right-hand side, you'll notice the lap siding. If you look real close, about halfway between the front corner and that man door, down toward the bottom, you'll see a little dot right there. Well, that's going to be a plug-in for outdoor use. And just one last shot of the front, gives you an idea of the French doors, and both sides of the French doors, when we put the coach lamps in, that'll dress it up real nice. The eyebrows are waiting for some black roofing. That drip edge still needs to be switched out. Diane has all the paint colors picked out already. The bottom's going to be, all the lap siding is going to be kind of a charcoal. And then the upper section where the T111 is kind of a taupe, I guess. And then she has a vision of some type of reddish front door. So I'm leaving the colors up to Diane. You know how that goes. Then, of course, all the trim and where the belly band is, that will be white. And then in front of the casita that you're looking at, where you see that gravel, it's actually going to be a concrete patio, and that patio will be roughly 20 by 22. So that'll be a real nice big patio area to put some furniture out there and barbecue and fireplace and have a real nice sitting area for us and when guests come by to visit. Okay, now you know about as much as we know, except for the fact that I did just have a conversation with the contractor today, And all the sheetrock work is done except for the mudding and taping, and they're actually in the process of that right now. And they hope to texture on Friday the 29th, and the time I'm shooting this video is the 27th. So hopefully on the 29th they will texture. They've contacted the electrician, and the electrician has contacted the power company, and they're hoping that next week the power company will come in and drop in the new service. So if they bring the new service into that new panel and mast that we showed you, then the old service panel can be abandoned and taken out. That'd be great. Then the electrician will go ahead and do his top out inside the casita. So that's where we're at right now. Things are progressing pretty nicely. So this will probably be the last update we do until we go back to Oregon onto the property. And as the plan is right now, we will leave Arizona on May 1st. And as far as the contractor is concerned, they should be completed with the casita 100% by May 1st. So we'll let you know how that turns out. We'll do a little video when we go onto the property and show you how it turned out. If anything does come up earth-shattering, we will do another short video, but as of now, that's what we know. Okay, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, how about a thumbs up? Maybe leave a comment down below. Consider subscribing. We do appreciate each and every one of you that have subscribed to our channel. We love it. Anyway, have a great day. We'll see you in the next video.